What's going on, Pixel Hackers? Christian Lovrecich from PixlFeed here. And in this video, we're going to talk about what to do now that Meta removed interest targeting from Facebook ads. But before we get started, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive right in. So I'm pretty sure that by now you guys are sick of seeing this banner at the top of your ad account as much as I am. The good news is that it's almost over. It's going to be over on March 17th of 2022, and they're going to be done removing targeting options. Am I happy about it? Absolutely not. Because as much as Facebook likes to talk that the algorithm can do all the hard work for you and find those people for you, the reality in the matter is that even though Facebook is very good at finding those people, it takes a little bit more of effort for the algorithm to find those people when you're running a broad audience or lookalike audiences. So yes, I'm going to miss those targeting options. So let me go over on what they're removing and how I plan to move forward to fix it and keep getting good results with the new changes that are being implemented. So let's take a look here. And this is what Facebook is removing. According to them, they're going to be removing health causes, like interest targeting such as lung cancer awareness, World Diabetes Day, chemotherapy, which is, it's very detailed. Same-sex marriage and LGBT culture, religious practices and groups, political beliefs, social issues, causes, organizations, and figures. So basically what they're trying to do, they're trying to get away from ads that might offend anyone or call them out on whatever their health causes might be, or sexual orientation or religious beliefs and stuff like that. And they're also getting rid of minor detail targeting. For example, I was on a fitness account a couple of days ago, and one of the interests that we had on there was knee pain. And knee pain was working really well for us because we're targeting people who have knee pain, and we're selling this lotion to get rid of the knee pain. So now that's going away. And it was doing really well. So we have to move into other options. So how are we fixing all this? How are we dealing with it? So the first thing that you need to do is you need to go to your ad account, and you need to go into your ad set. And once you go into your ad set, if you're running any campaigns that have interests that are going to be removed, you're actually going to go here under your detail targeting, and there's going to be like a yellow window that looks kind of like this. And it's going to say, hey, we're removing some of this interest. You need to get rid of them, or your ad set is going to be stopped. And they'll have like a little triangle, a yellow triangle with the exclamation sign. So if you don't want your ad set from being stopped, the first thing you need to do is to edit that ad set and get rid of those targeting options or detail targeting options that are going to be removed. Because if you don't remove them before March 17th, they're just going to stop your ad sets. So once you do that, you can either keep working what you already got, or you can keep looking for broader interests that might work for your niche that you can test out. You can test grouping interests together, like a stack of 10 that are in the same niche. So, if it's dog, just pick dog, and then, pick different dog breeds that you can bunch together into one interest stack. As of now, one of my favorite types of targeting is not going to be working as well anymore. It hasn't worked in a while, to be honest with you, which it was narrowing targeting, which I like to refer to as flex targeting. And an example of flex targeting is grabbing a really broad, audience, like let's say dogs, and then we will narrow it down or flex it with something smaller. So for example, here I'm going to use the example dog breed, right? And then you would find those really passionate audiences, and you will narrow it down because Facebook will go out and find people who have both of these interests under their profile, meaning that they're more passionate about the niche that you're selling to. So it was easier to get results when starting out, when Facebook wasn't pushing so hard for the algorithm. So now that that's not the case anymore, we have to feed the algorithm the data that we need in order to get those results a lot quicker. So how do we do that? Well, we got to create some custom audiences and lookalikes. So when you go to your custom audience section inside Business Manager, you're going to have different sources that you can take advantage of, like your website traffic, your catalog, your customer list, offline activity, videos, leads, instant experience shopping, Instagram accounts. So I'm going to give you my go-to audiences right off the bat. So number one, if I have a customer list, that's going to be my first audience because it's going to be the most highly targeted audience with first party data, right? So we want to do a customer list, right? So we will go here, customer list, upload it, and then we have our custom audience. And this is something that we really want to take advantage of. And you want to go through here. You want to make sure everything matches, like first name, last name, all that good stuff, and upload, you know, your whole list. You scroll down, you're gonna see phone number, city, blah, 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 and I'm just gonna go through it quickly, but you wanna match as much as you can from that audience. And I'm just doing this as an example. So I will grab my customer list, right? And I would just start creating lookalikes. So the first lookalike is gonna be 1% update audience. And if my customer list has 500 or 1,000 or even more contacts, that's the bare minimum that I will work with to get started for Facebook to start getting results. So that's the first audience I'm going to start with. However, if you don't have a customer list, the next audience we want to move to is the traffic from your website, right? So you're going to go to a website and you want to gather the most data possible. You got to remember, with iOS 14, you want to go the maximum amount of days that you can. So with website visitors, you can do 180 days. So we will do website visitors. And you want to have this audience anyway, because you want to retarget them as well. You want to use the custom audience or retargeting audience. So what I will do is create the website visitors 180 days. And once again, create lookalike starting with the 1%. So go here, create lookalike. 1%, boom, create audience, right? So where do we go next? So next, I will go to the following audiences. I'm gonna go to website and I'm going to create a purchase audience, page view, or add to cart. And you're gonna follow the same instructions that I just gave you. You're gonna do 180 days and you're gonna create the custom audience and then you're gonna create the lookalike. I don't have those audiences here because it's a brand new account, so that's why it's not showing off. But when you fire off the Pixel, those audiences are gonna show up on here. If you're gonna use an add to cart audience or view content, you wanna make sure you're getting a lot of traffic. You wanna have at least 1,000 add to carts in a period of 180 days. Same with view content. Anything less than that, it's not going to be worth it. So that'll be my next move. Add to cart audiences, page views, view content. Okay, so those three that you can test out. Next, from there, you want to move on to the following audiences. You're going to go in here, custom audience. And then if you're running video ads, right, anything with video, you want to create audiences out of all the videos that you're running. And with video and engagement audiences, you can actually do 365 days. So you're going to choose video and you're going to choose people through play, at least 15 seconds of your video. So you want people who watch the whole video. And then it's gonna say choose videos. Make sure you choose all the videos on that account and create that audience. Okay, so that's my next go-to. And again, engagement audiences are 365 days. Once you have your video audience, you're gonna go in here. And the next ones you wanna create is going to be your Facebook page, anyone who has engaged with your account. So people who have engaged with your page includes people who have visited your page, taken action on a post or ad, very important in the past, post or ad, such as reactions, shares, comments, likes, clicks, and carousel swipes. So everyone who has engaged with the page, meaning that they're interested, because the cool thing about these audiences is that the data is happening inside Facebook itself. So they're tracking everything. So next, you guessed it, it's going to be our Instagram account. If you have an Instagram account, you want to do the same thing. Anyone who has engaged with this professional account and you want to do 365 days of your Instagram account. So that's going to be what I like to call my simple stack. Okay, that's my go-to stack if starting out. Now, the advantage of having an email provider like Klaviyo, if you have a Shopify store, is that you're going to be able to segment your audiences based on their behavior. And what do I mean by that? When you go into Klaviyo, you can actually go in their integrations and you can sync Klaviyo to your Facebook ads ad account, okay? So obviously, the first audience that you're gonna export is anybody who has placed an order in the past 30 days or 180 days. So you wanna do these two audiences right here. Because believe it or not, a pixel audience is not going to be as accurate as an email list. And why is that? Because when the pixel is not going to pass all information, there's information that are not being passed back to Facebook or accurate data. You got to remember, when somebody places an order in your store, they're giving you the information themselves. You got to remember, people have different email addresses, different physical addresses, right? Billing addresses. So they're giving you the actual information that they use when they're buying products from you. So it's very important that you sync those audiences, place over 30 in the past 30 days and then the past 180 days. And you can actually stack this with the pixel audiences. So you can do a stack of a purchase 180 days from the list, and you can do a 1% purchase from your pixel audience. You can stack them together inside your ad set. Okay. The other cool thing about Klaviyo is that you can create your own segments. So for example, here it's going to be blurred out in the beginning, the first word's going to be blurred out, but you can see here that I'm segmenting my list based on the type of product they're buying. So if you're running an ad for that specific type of product, you want to create lookalike audiences out of that segmentation of the list, because now you know that particular profile matches the type, matches that product that you're trying to sell perfectly if it's in the same category. And when you create lookalikes out of it, Facebook's going to go out and find those type of people that like those type of products, that are looking for those type of products. But you can get even deeper with your segmentation when it comes to your audiences, right? You can create your VIP customers. For example, you can create people who have spent $300 and more in your store. So now that's a high value audience. Those are people that have money to spend, right? So I will create another audience like that where you can start running ads to, right? You can create a lookalike of your newsletter, people who signed up for your newsletter, because guess what? When you're running ads to them, they're most likely to click over, and even if they don't buy right away, they're going to sign up for your list. And what do I tell you guys all the time? The money is on the list. And you can get super creative with your list. I mean, you can make it so you can create audiences of people out of people who bought from you in the last 10 days, people who spent, $100 in the past 7 days, people who bought this product and that product in the past 3 months. I mean, this segmentation that you can do with Klaviyo and sync with Facebook, it's completely endless, right? And, when you're creating your custom audiences, I mean, you can get really creative with this as well. You can go in here, for example, you can look at meta sources. That's first party data, stuff that's happening inside Facebook, right? Like your Facebook audience and your Instagram account. But you can go under shopping if you have a store set up inside your page. And you can create audiences of people who viewed your products, people who navigated to the website from viewing your products, people who saved your products, who view the shops page, the collections, products in their cart inside Facebook itself. And guess what? That's first party data. There's nothing blocking it. There's no iOS blocking it. It's happening inside of Facebook. So that data is very powerful. And that's why we can start moving to custom audiences along with lookalikes based off what's going on inside of Facebook. And this is how we get out of the interest. And this is how the algorithm is going to get better and better and better, because the more actions that people take inside of Facebook, especially shops, the better the algorithm is going to get.
Guys, if you like that video, make sure to check out the links in the description below. Help support the channel. And if you want to keep learning about Facebook ads and digital marketing in general, make sure to check out one of the videos right above me. And I will see you guys in the next video.